Alright, in today's video we are going to be testing out and reviewing the magic wrench. Before we do that, I just need a rant for a couple minutes. Typically, whenever I pick something for a review, I usually see the product, decide whether or not I'm going to review it based on if it's, if it is unique or looks good or whatever. So this product did not get here because something about the product caught my eye. The reason that this is here and the reason I'm doing this video is because what caught my eye about this wasn't the product itself, it was the complete whack job that was trying to sell this thing on QVC. The guy probably hadn't picked up a wrench since like 1974. He had absolutely no idea what he was doing. And he wasn't just like making bold claims about this. He was just telling just flat out lies about this thing. It was literally painful to watch. And I think just from watching the commercial, I think I got dumber just from watching it. And in case you didn't know, I'm already dumb to begin with. So that says a lot. So like I said, the guy is just telling a ton of lies. And not only is he telling lies, if you watch the video, which I'll probably link in the comments, but whenever you watch the video, you can tell that he doesn't know what he's talking about. Because like he'll have like a little set of like little tests that he's doing, and he'll be using this thing, and he'll like say something that he probably doesn't even understand the words that he's saying, and he'll do this thing, and then he'll say some words, and then he'll just like pause and have this blank stare at the camera as if he's like doing it, and he's just like, please believe me. I really don't know what I'm talking about, but please buy this. And it's just like, it's so obvious this guy is just completely clueless. So I'm going to share with you my favorite lie that this guy told out of all of the like 100 lies that he told during the 3-minute video. So at one part of the video, first of all, this thing is obviously it's a wrench. It's supposed to automatically adjust to anything that is from a 5/16 all the way up to an 1 3/4, just with these spring jaws or whatever. So in the commercial, he's holding this up, and then he holds up a wrench that is an 1 1/8 wrench, right? So you can see how much taller the wrench is, and you can see it clearly in the commercial. And he holds these two up, and this guy, word for word, you wouldn't believe how much more torque you can get with the magic wrench than a regular wrench. It's almost like it gives you superhuman strength. Really. So you're going to look at both of these right here, to my face, try to convince me that I can get more torque with this than I can with this. Because if that was the case, that just completely defies all the laws of physics. So like, it's obvious this guy has no idea what he's doing. And then on top of that, like I said, this goes all the way, it's supposed to go all the way up to an 1 3/4, right? This is an 1 3/4 wrench. So is that story still the same? Is this still supposed to give you more torque than a traditional wrench, even at an 1 3/4? Because an 1 3/4 wrench is almost double, if not exactly double the size of this. So there's no way that you're going to get more torque with this than you would with this. So like, what are we doing here? And then just to end my rant here, I'm just going to point out that I usually don't read instructions, but I opened the instructions of this. And the first 2 things on the instructions of this magic wrench, the first 2 things are telling you which way to turn this to tighten something and which way to turn it to loosen something. If you need instructions on which way to turn something to tighten or loosen it, I don't think you need this. This isn't for you. I don't know why they would put that in the instructions. Like this it seems ridiculous. So let's stop ranting and actually start testing this thing. But before we do, I do just want to announce that on the merch website where we sell these hats and shirts and hoodies and stuff, we are now selling mystery boxes. So if you are interested in a TylerTube mystery box, you can check out the link in the description. It'll be under the merch link, and you can go there and check them out. So I also forgot to mention that one of the claims they make with this thing is that it replaces, I think the number they used was like over 200 tools or something, because they're claiming that it replaces all your wrenches, all your sockets, and all of your pipe wrenches. And then where it's spring adjusted, they're claiming that it replaces all your standard wrenches, all your metric wrenches, all your standard sockets, and all your metric sockets. So I guess that's where they're getting this like 200 something number from. The first thing we're gonna try is I have some just random pieces of pipe here because obviously they claim that it is a pipe wrench, which honestly, I think that'll probably, I won't be surprised if it's actually really good as a pipe wrench because that just kind of seems what it's more like geared towards. It seems like it's like more an adjustable, like a on-the-fly type of pipe wrench rather than a regular wrench, and then they just kind of like marketed it as a regular wrench replacement. So I actually won't be very surprised if it's a really good pipe wrench. So let's just put these pieces together. Maybe we'll start here. Maybe we gotta go to this side. Oh. Okay. So here's something that's actually kind of surprising me, that I didn't think was gonna work like they said it was the teeth, if I can get it off of here, the teeth on this thing are angled. So since they're angled, they like were pushing really hard in the commercial that it had like a ratcheting action, which is actually kind of what we're seeing here. You know, I'm able to tighten it up and then just go this way. Kind of annoying to get off though. Okay, that's gonna be too big. Switch to this side. Go for the regular pipe. As long as you have a little bit of resistance, it's kind of having a hard time gripping it. Wow. Literally no grip at all. So how are you supposed to turn it? Because this side is too big. Maybe this isn't looking as good as I thought. Maybe, wow. You just cannot grab pipe with this thing. I mean, if I squeeze it like up here, I can grab it, but that defeats the entire purpose. I don't know, I don't remember what size pipe this is. I think this is maybe 1-inch pipe. 1-inch pipe, you just cannot grab it. Like it just literally does not grab anything. But the fittings with the with the bigger end, you can grab those, and those seem to kind of work the way it's designed and be able to get a good grip on them. But these have these little ridges, so I mean it doesn't take a whole lot to grip. I thought that if there was one thing that this was going to be good at, it was going to be grabbing pipe. I think that's strike one. It's not a very good pipe wrench. So now let's just see if this thing can just do just a basic wrench task. And I have 3 different sizes here: 1/2 inch, 9/16, and 3/4. Let's just see if it can just do the basic task of a wrench, just tighten up a nut. So all these are kind of, yeah, maybe not this one. I want them to be purposely a little bit loose. Let's just see if we can just tighten them up. I'm going to be honest, this thing sucks to use. Like, it's working, it's, you know, obviously turning it. Let's just go ahead and make it a little bit snug, because that's a disaster. So far, like, it's working so far, but this thing sucks to use. I'm curious to see how it handles, you know, really getting something tight. Is it going to start stripping out the nut? Seems to be working. I can see that it's chewing up the corners of the nut though. I'm gonna keep going, see if it has enough grip to snap the bolt or strip it out or something. It doesn't really like grabbing this small little 1/2 inch nut here. We might be able to snap this thing. Oh no, I think we did reach the limit. It is just completely chewing up that nut. That is just ridiculous. If you're gonna tighten something up with this thing, you better have this thing to take it off, because that is not gonna fit on a regular wrench or socket anymore. Yeah, we've reached the limit. We're just chewing it up now. So that wasn't a great experience. It wasn't good, and it really, really chewed up that nut bad, which is pretty much what I expected. Let's move on to something bigger, something we can get more of a bite on. See how far we can take this one. This one seems to be, this is a way better experience, actually, as much as I hate to say it. Still damaging the nut, starting to chew it up. Okay, I was actually starting to kind of not like it, but you know, think that it wasn't really all that bad. This thing sucks. There you go, gotta get it just right. I mean, don't get me wrong, this thing is tight. And I'm obviously, you know, trying to go to failure. Okay, I'm a little bit impressed. If you ignore the fact that it's just completely destroying the nut, you can really get some tension with this thing. Yep. Now we're just chewing up the nut. It clearly caved in the metal. Completely destroyed the nut. Honestly, a little bit worse than the 1/2 inch. I mean, to be fair, it got it tight. So I guess I can't complain too much. Now I'm gonna expect this 3/4. I'm gonna expect it to do a little better with this, since it has so much more to grab a hold of. Wonder. No, nope, too big. Really? How are we already slipping? Come on. I don't know why I can't tighten this one up as much as the other ones. What keeps happening is I keep trying to tighten this up, but the wrench is what's moving, not the nut. So here's gonna be my plan. Put this here. I'll just hold this with this hand while I only crank with this one. See what happens. Come on. This is ridiculous. I think this is gonna be as tight as I can get this one. You don't understand how bad it's stressing me out to be doing this, because I don't want this to slip and then jam this thing into my thumb, because that would suck so bad. Ugh. I don't know why I can't tighten that one anymore, but I think that's about as tight as that one's gonna get. I mean, to be fair, it's the same story as all the other ones. It's chewed up the corners, but it got it tight. Let's move on. Next claim that they make is that they say that this is also something that is extremely good. I forget how they worded it, but they basically said that this is really good at taking off nuts that are stripped out. So what I've done is I've taken a nut for each one of these, obviously, and I've just ground off all of the corners, so it's not completely round, but it's really close. It's very similar to what you would find if you had, like, if you were somebody that, say, used a 12-point socket on a 6-point nut and you end up stripping it out. This is fairly similar to what you would have at the end. So we're going to put these on, and then I am going to use these pair of channel locks. I'm going to tighten all these down, and then we're going to see if the magic wrench can break them loose. And I'm going to get these things, I'm going to try to get these things as tight as possible, because unlike that magic wrench, these pliers, they won't slip. Alright, I feel like all of those are adequately tight. Now let's see if we can break them free. Oh, I think it's turning it. Did I just turn that? Oh, come on, it's almost got it. I think the problem here is, I think it's turning both of them. Well, I think those two are like smashed together now, but you can see, obviously it loosened them up. So I'm not going to blame the wrench for these two nuts right here getting stuck together, but first one, it got it. Come on, just the top one. I don't take the bottom one. I think this is going to be almost impossible to grab a hold of just the top one for some reason. Oh, no. There we go. That was actually pretty easy. Now, I'm going to assume that it's probably going to get this one too. Really. We're just going after the top one, not the bottom one. Oh, I don't know if it's going to get it. Come on. This table's sliding all over the place. Let's do this. Let's, just put that there. I don't know why I didn't think of this before. Oh, looky there. Give me my wrench back. As much as I don't really want to like it, it got him off. The grip worked. Surprisingly, the teeth of this thing are not damaged whatsoever, which I kind of thought they would be. I really thought this thing would be kind of made of some cheap steel or something. This thing is showing no damage. It looks brand new. So far it's doing what it's supposed to do. All right, for our last test, very basic concept. I have built this contraption jig thing with a piece of pipe in the middle to see if I can, oh, this is 3/4 pipe, by the way. I just realized it was 3/4. Anyway, I built this jig so that I can put the magic wrench onto it, and then I want to see if I can stand on this end and if it'll grip the pipe good enough for me to stand on it and not slip. Oh, that's actually... Come on. Wow, look at that grip. This is... Oh, okay. All right. I think that might actually work. Oh, really? The pipe's just gonna turn? Man, I tightened that thing up really good, too. Oh, that's working fantastically. No. Come on, man. I just want to stand on this thing. It's getting so tight. I can feel it. It should almost be there. Oh. Oh. Almost there. I need something to hold on to besides the ceiling. All right. Oh, it held me for a second. Oh, I'm 185 pounds, by the way. So that's how much force is going to be on this thing. I mean, that's pretty close. It holds me for a second before it starts slipping. I mean, that's pretty good. I feel like the wood's gonna break. Oh, we're there. Please don't break. Oh, look at that. Okay, so I don't fully take back what I said about it not being able to, or not being a good pipe wrench. So that shows right there, I'm 185 pounds. It can definitely hold 185 pounds on a pipe. You can see it does, of course, dig into the pipe pretty good, as you would expect. But this thing isn't all that bad. Alright, so here's where we stand with the magic wrench. I still don't like that guy from the commercial. I don't know why, I just don't like him. But overall, where I stand with this thing is this going to be replacing all of my wrenches and all of my sockets? Absolutely not. No way. Would I throw this into a bag as something extra that could be useful in some very specific situations? Yeah, I probably would. Although, this is $40, which for this I think is a little bit expensive. If this was more at the maybe $25 to $30 range, I would be a little bit happier with it, but you know, it is what it is. So, if there's anything else that you guys want to see me test, leave a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.